Alright, before the comments start flying, yes, this is real. That's my Charles Schwab account, showing a little over 600 grand. But here's the truth. That's not my whole net worth. That's just my liquid portfolio, the stocks, ETFs, and cash portion. My full net worth, between real estate, business, and investments, is well past $1 million. But I'm not showing this to brag. I'm showing it to prove a point. Because if you're not a millionaire yet, you're probably focusing on all the wrong things. I did too. This video isn't about how to make your first million. It's really about what nobody tells you about getting there. How wealthy actually works once you start building it, and why most people never get to this stage even if they make good money. When I first hit my million, I realized something weird. Nothing changed overnight. My lifestyle didn't explode. My car didn't magically turn into a Porsche. And that's when I realized, millionaires don't get rich, they get structured. The biggest difference between people who stay stuck and people who build wealth is organization. Every dollar I have now has a job. There's a system for my investments, my reserves, my risk, and my business. I used to think getting rich was about earning more. Now, I know it's about knowing where your money actually lives. Most people don't need more income. They need more clarity. And when you have structure, you stop leaking wealth through bad habits, late decisions, or random spending that doesn't move the needle. When I was chasing 100K, every decision was about money. And when I crossed $1 million, every decision became about time. Because here's the secret. Once you have enough, you start realizing money can't buy peace. It can only buy margin. Margin to think, margin to rest, and margin to choose. I used to take on everything myself. Uber, freelancing, real estate, flipping stuff, because I didn't want to waste a dollar. And now I pay people to do things I'm bad at so that way I can focus on what multiplies my time. That's the switch most people miss. You stop asking, how can I save money? And start really asking, how can I buy time to make better decisions? Everyone talks about compounding interest. Nobody talks about compounding behavior. Here's what I mean. If you eat healthy one day, it does nothing. But if you do it every day for years, your body changes. Same thing with money. Saving $500 one month won't move your net worth. But saving and investing $500 every month for 10 years, that's how the Schwab account got where it is. The same consistency that builds your portfolio also builds your decision making. And you get better at spotting waste. You stop reacting emotionally, and that's how wealth compounds, through calm and not chaos. Everyone wants to know, how long does it take to become a millionaire? Here's what I've seen, and there are 3 stages with this. Stage 1, survival. You're just trying to get your footing. Save your first 10K, get out of debt, build habits. This is the hardest stage. It feels like nothing is working. Stage 2, momentum. You hit 100K to roughly 300K, and you finally see progress. But now the goal is to protect your lifestyle gap. You earn more, but don't inflate your spending. And stage 3, multiplication. This is when your money starts earning more money. Real estate, index funds, business income, they all start compounding quietly. This is how you go from $500,000 to $1 million without feeling like you did more work. And if you're stuck in stage 1 or 2, stop comparing your chapter to someone else's. You're not behind. You're building the base. I've met a lot of people who made 6 figures and still feel broke. And I get it. Lifestyle creep, debt, pressure to keep up. But here's the real reason most people never build wealth. They confuse motion with progress. They chase new hustles, new investments, new ideas, but never stick with one long enough for it to pay off. Wealth isn't about doing more, guys. It's about doing less and for longer. You don't need 10 income streams. You need 1 that you manage well enough to turn into 2. So yeah, this Schwab account is just a piece of the puzzle. It's not luck, It's not timing. It's the result of boring, consistent choices for years. And if you're not a millionaire yet, don't focus on the finish line. Focus on your structure and your behavior and your time, because that's what gets you there. And if you want to see how I actually built my first million step by step, go watch my earlier videos, how I made my first 100K and my exact $1 million net worth breakdown. But next week, I'm talking about something way more important. The money habits that matter more than my salary. That's the video that'll change how you think about wealth completely. And subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll see you in that one.